In the Arizona governor race, Katie Hobbs and Kari are in an apparently tight battle, with current polls showing them as tied within the margin of error. As is often the case these days, in many Democratic versus Republican races, the Democrat seems reasonable, while the Republican is often, to put it bluntly, talking crazy. And this race is no exception, since Hobbs is already known as a public servant with a more or less conventional approach to governance, while Lake is an ex-TV personality who has been virulently infected by extreme Trumpism, and so even though back when it suited her years ago, she was an Obama supporter, now her message is practically identical to that purveyed by her cult leader, the Mar-a-Lago mendacious menace, complete with statements that she will only accept the election results if she wins. I don't have birth times for either candidate, so the best I can do is look at the day positions of their respective planets and speculate as well as I can on what kind of outcome we might expect. I'm not seeing super clear signals in these two charts, but I do notice that Hobbs has some interesting positive patterns in her chart because her natal Saturn, even as it does oppose Jupiter at birth, it also trines her Sun, Venus, sextiles Mars, and makes a geometric trine to her moon no matter what time she is born, though if near midday, then it is especially good. But either way, being a Capricorn and having a strong Saturn is always good, and right now, where it is transiting in Aquarius, doesn't look too threatening, at least to her known day planet positions. But the transit that may be most helpful to her success would be transiting Pluto, which at birth is trine her Mercury and currently is transiting in conjunction to it. This is a very helpful transit toward increasing your personal power, which is what would happen if she traded her current role as Secretary of State for that of governor. And it's also quite nice to have the transiting Neptune in a sextile to Mercury because at birth it bisects her Pluto-Mercury trine. Meanwhile, Lake, no matter what time she is born, is going to have a natal square from Neptune to her Sun, thereby making Neptune a potential troublemaker when in transit, in particular through matters of gathering a winning level of popularity, something that is crucial toward winning a political battle for public office. And seeing the transiting Neptune opposite her natal Virgo Mercury, which in 89% of possible birth times would be the ruler of her sun sign, would signal that winning is going to be difficult. And the transiting Saturn through Aquarius is in a period in which it is roaming through 150-degree aspects to her natal Venus, a 23 plus Cancer, and the Mercury-Pluto conjunction in Virgo. This is not a great alignment for success. Jupiter's transit through Aries isn't great either because it means it is opposite itself and in another 150 to her natal Sun. So, bottom line, on what I am able to see for these two charts, I'm picking Hobbs to win this race, and quite frankly, my disdain for Lake's Trumpy undemocratic approach is such that I hope she is relegated to the political dustbin of history where she richly belongs.